You may be feeling a bit overwhelmed because learning portrait photography is not one of the easiest photography niches. Apart from learning photography techniques, you have to learn how to pose your models, how to lead them to make them feel comfortable in front of your camera, and you need to know a lot about lighting and many other things that come from experience. Today I'm going to tell you exactly how I did to become a full-time freelance photographer in London, but basically how I managed to become a creative portrait photographer. I shoot a lot with international music artists, and I shoot a lot as well within the fashion industry for fashion campaigns and many other projects. I do shoot as well within many photography niches, and if you follow my channel you know this, because I just love photography. So if we share the same passion, make sure to subscribe and click the bell button to be notified about my weekly videos, because many times the algorithm is not gonna show it to you and you're gonna miss out. So saying this, how I did it to become a portrait photographer in London. First of all, I did hustle the first years because I wasn't a freelancer. I was working a full-time job and I was doing this as a side hustle. Let's say as a hobby, however you wanna say it. And then I started to earn a little bit of money. And then I started to grow slowly. But how did I learn portrait photography in the quickest way and creative portrait photography mostly? I started in Spain. When I left Spain, it was 2013, okay? And I didn't have too much clue about portrait, but the last year before coming to London, I was very curious about portrait photography. I was doing surf photography, guys, in the beach with my mom. I was doing sports photography because I loved it, and my mom was a hobbyist and she brought me there, and I loved it. And I never thought I would be a portrait photographer. Never. Because I don't like to hustle. Well, now I do, I hustle too much. But that time I didn't, and I didn't want to work with models, collaborate with anyone. I didn't want to have the hustle or having to lead models. I was lazy in that matter, okay? So then I was like, okay, I'm actually curious about portrait photography, but I want to go through the hustle of booking models. So as you may know, if you follow my channel, you know this, I love shooting self-portrait projects. And these are personal projects, but I'm gonna tell you why they are so important, because now I actually make money with my self-portrait photography, and also you learn a lot. You guessed right, I've learned through self-portrait photography. And I'm gonna show you one of my first self-portraits, which is actually incredible. You may hate it, I'm gonna show you in a bit. But for me it was incredible because it was done with no flash, I didn't have a remote control, it was a Canon 30D with 8 megapixels, and I didn't have a studio. It was in a small room with nothing. I'm gonna show you and tell you how I did it. That picture was bought by a company for a makeup campaign. I'm gonna show you actually, because otherwise you cannot have an idea. I'm gonna show you here, these are my self-portraits on my website, you can see them later as well. And all the projects I do, I get creative with my camera and myself, and I love doing it because I experiment with poses. I do weird things, but nobody's watching, so I love it because I'm not shy. So I love to experiment this way. This one is the picture I'm telling you about. I love this picture. You have no idea the mess I did to create this picture. I did this picture in my small room in Spain, and I didn't have anything, any gear, just a window and a camera, the Canon 30D. And I put the camera in front of me in the other side of the bed, and a bed sheet, a white one, with tape in the wardrobe as a backdrop. And it was full of creases, it was awful, but I managed to put it there. Then I put all my hair up, painted it white. I put some headphones, painted in white. And I paint myself in white, the face, the shoulders, everything. And guys, you have no idea the face of my mom when she appeared in my room. Laura, what the hell are you doing? I mean, mom, get out, get out. And it was so funny because my mom saw the picture later. It's like, wow, she loved it. And it's when I knew I needed to do creative portrait photography, because I was quite a beginner by then. And this picture, done with no flash, no gear of any kind, just a window in front as a light source. Then I edited in Photoshop. As you can tell, there is like a texture in the backdrop. That I did it with Photoshop. I overlay like a texture of a wall, and I created this. And then I submitted this photo to one website, which is one of my favorite ones, and it's quite hard to get in. It's called onex.com. I don't know if you know it, comment below if you do, but it's very hard to upload pictures there because they are curated. So many people see your picture and they curate the photo to see if you get in or not. And I got in with a photo that was taken in a room with no gear at all, and it was incredibly messy how I did it. And because it got in on that website, a company saw it and bought it, a makeup company, for I think it was $400, which it wasn't like crazy, but for me by then as a beginner, not making money with photography, it was amazing. No gear at all, guys, just a tripod, the self-timer. I didn't have a remote control, and the camera didn't have Wi-Fi. By then, it was many years ago, many years ago, maybe like 15 years ago, at least, I think even more. So what I'm telling you with this is I've learned a lot through self-portrait photography. I'm gonna show you a few more examples for you to know. The thing about self-portrait photography is that it doesn't matter how you are. It doesn't matter if you are not photogenic, if you are an introvert, you can practice with yourself. Nobody's telling you to post the picture anywhere. Nobody's telling you that you have to look pretty or handsome. Nobody's telling you that. I'm just asking you to do it to practice technique. Because if you don't have models in your area, or you are lazy to work with models at the beginning because you are shy, or you don't know how to do it, you are scared to mess up, and probably you are paralyzed, not doing anything because of these reasons. So please experiment with yourself. It's just a tripod, a camera, and a remote control to shoot, or the Wi-Fi of your camera. I'm gonna put below my remote control. It's super cheap, like $20, I'm not sure, but they are very cheap out there, guys. And I don't know which camera do you have, but most of them, they have Wi-Fi. If you don't have Wi-Fi, you can use the remote control as I did. And it's super easy. It's trial and error, okay? You may shoot 400 and you get 2 nice. But as I said, it's not about getting nice photos, it's about experimenting. I'm gonna show you here more. For example, I don't know, this one. This one is super cool. I just put like makeup, and you couldn't even believe how much I cried for real doing this shot because it went into my eye. But I had so much fun, guys. I have fun with myself, I laugh at myself, and then these pictures now, they are in stock photography websites, and some of them are selling. So now I'm making money from my self-portraits, when at the beginning it was just to learn. Self-portrait photography is gonna be super useful for you in all ways. And then here, this is another example I'm gonna put you. This one, I love it, and I have a behind the scenes on my channel about this photo shoot. And I did use this technique for an international music artist because he saw it and he loved it, and he told me, I want that effect. And guess what? I knew how to do it perfectly because I did it with myself before. So if you're gonna be nervous before any photo shoot with a client, just experiment with yourself, whatever you are thinking to do with the client. So the way self-portrait photography is gonna help you is, first of all, camera settings. You're gonna be able to experiment everything you want. Lighting technique. You're gonna be able to change the light and experiment different lighting to see how it falls in your face. And you're gonna be able as well to feel how the client feels in front of your camera. You're gonna be able to relate to your clients, and this is super important. When I shoot with my clients, I tell them, I know how you feel, so I always worry about leaving them all the time. And I know how to pose my models as well because I pose myself. So I know what looks good in the camera and what doesn't. So the way you're gonna become a professional photographer is experimented with yourself, knowing the feelings of your model, knowing about lighting, knowing about posing. You can do everything you want with yourself, and it doesn't matter if you're an introvert because there are many ways to shoot self-portrait photography covering your face as well. But again, you are alone, so it doesn't matter if you are an introvert. It doesn't matter if you look bad in photos. You just need to know and see how the light falls in your face or how the pose looks like, and then with time, if you become better and you like your picture, you can post it, and that's a plus, and then maybe you can sell it in stock photography. But experiment with yourself. And then you have more here. I experimented a lot of technique, guys. This one as well, I may explain how I did it on my channel, but I need to get what I use in this photo again because it's in Spain, I don't have it here. But I experimented to cover part of my faces because I like moody pictures. You know this if you follow my work. So I was covering my face and it's like, oh my God, this can be amazing for a music artist. I think it's very artistic. So you can explore later all my self-portrait photography, everything I have here. Most of them, they have a meaning behind. And I love that, guys, because it's a way I have to express myself. And people love the self-portraits. Now I'm selling them and I'm learning from them every single day to work with my models. So please, feel free to tag me actually on Instagram if you do self-portrait photography. Tag me because I would love to see what you create. And if you don't want to post it, that's fine. Keep doing it because this is how you're gonna learn. Because studio photography as well, if you are into it, it's super easy to have it in your home. I do have a video about how to set up a very affordable studio in your place, even if it's in a small room. I'm gonna link it down below as well. Super affordable gear, you just need one light and one wall. So it's gonna be super cheap for you, and you can get creative every single day, experiment every single day with settings, camera settings, and lighting. And this is the best way to learn. And remember that I have a private community where I teach you way more about making a living with your camera and about the creative industry. And the community is growing a lot, so thank you to everyone who is already there, because you are supporting me a lot and you guys are supporting each other in the community, and I love that. Because the meaning of the private community, a part of me being in touch with you and helping you out and getting my exclusive videos, posts, and resources, is the fact that you guys help each other out as well. I love to come back there and see everyone interacting with each other in my Discord group, because it's super nice that you have people to talk to about the industry. Because when I started, I was very lonely and I didn't have anyone with the same passion as me, and it's hard when you are alone. So that's the meaning of my private community, a part of offering you exclusive content. Anyway, that's it from me today, guys. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel if you didn't yet, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao!